The muscular system. The muscular system is a system that works in conjunction with the skeletal system to allow movement of the body. It consists of several muscles, and I'm going to mention some, like the biceps, the triceps, the abdominal oblique, which is the upper part of your abdomen, and the rectus abdominis, which is the lower part, also the gluteus maximus, and the pectoralis major, among many others. The circulatory system is a network consisting of blood vessels, and the heart. This network supplies the tissues in the body with oxygen and other nutrients. It also transports hormones and removes unnecessary waste products. The process of respiration includes two major parts: external respiration and internal respiration. External respiration is also known as breathing, which is the pulling of air into the lungs and the releasing that same air into the atmosphere. During internal respiration, oxygen and carbon dioxide are exchanged between the cells and blood vessels. The internal respiration begins in the mouth, where oxygenated air is brought into the pharynx, larynx, and the trachea. The trachea branches down into two bronchi, each leading into a lung, which then each bronchus divides into smaller bronchi and again into even smaller tubes called bronchioles. At the end of those bronchioles are alveoli, and in that place is where the gas exchange occurs.
The endocrine system, it is a series of glands that produce and secretes hormones for different body functions, such as respiration, metabolism, reproduction, sensory perception, movement, sexual development, and growth. There are different glands that make up the system. These glands are hypothalamus, pituitary, parathyroid, pancreas, ovaries, and testes. Now the integumentary system. This system has different functions, such as it acts as a barrier to protect the body from the outside world. It is useful to retain body fluids. It protects against diseases. It eliminates waste products, and it regulates body temperatures. The organs that make up the system are the skin, the hair, the nails, the glands, and the nerves.
The digestive system. The function of the digestive system is digestion and absorption. It involves 7 processes, which are ingestion, that's eating, propulsion, movement of food along the digestive tract, secretion, chemically break down food, mechanical digestion, physically break down food, chemical digestion, breaks into smaller molecules, absorption, and finally, defecation. Some organs include the small intestine, the large intestine, and the stomach. The nervous system has 3 main functions, which are sensory, integration, and motor. Sensory involves collecting information from sensory receptors that monitor the body's internal and external conditions. Integration is a processing of the many sensory signals that are passed into a central nervous system at any given time. Motor is when once the networks of interneurons in the central nervous system evaluate sensory information and decide on an action which moves that part of the body. Some organs are the brain, spinal cord, and the sensory organs. The skeletal system is a body system composed of bones, cartilage and performs the functions for the human body that supports the body, facilitates movement, protects internal organs, the many organs that include bones, ligaments, and tendons.
Yeah.
So the lymphatic system and the immune system are systems that are used to fight the many diseases and many things that enter your body. These two systems work like in union, and they help the body get rid of toxin waste and other unwanted materials. The lymphatic system is primarily to transport lymph, that is a fluid containing infection-fighting white blood cells throughout the body. And the immune system is kind of like the lymph, like the fluid. So these are the main organs for these two systems that they share, many of them, like the thymus, bone marrow, tissues including spleen, tonsils, lymph vessels, lymph nodes, adenoids, skin, and liver. The urinary system, also known as the renal system or urinary tract, consists of the kidneys, the ureters, the bladder, and the urethra. The purpose of this system is to eliminate waste from the body, and it also regulates blood and volume of the blood pressure, and it also controls the level of electrolytes and metabolites and regulates the blood pH. And last but not least, the reproductive system. The reproductive system or genital system is a system of sex organs within an organism that work together for the purpose of sexual reproduction. Many non-living substances such as fluids, hormones, and pheromones are also important accessories to the reproductive system. They vary differently between male and female. The male has reproductive organs that are both inside and outside the pelvis. And these ones include the testicles, the duct system, which is made of epididymis and the vas deferens, and accessory glands, which include seminal vesicles and prostate gland, and the penis. The endocrine system also forms part of this system, as well as many other systems, because they support each other to create what we know as the human body. And for the females, the female reproductive system is designed to carry out several functions. It produces the female eggs necessary for reproduction, called the ova or oocytes. This system is designed to transport the ova to the site of fertilization, conception, and the fertilization of an egg by sperm normally occurs when the fallopian tubes, in the fallopian tubes. The next step for the fertilized egg is to implant into the walls of the uterus, beginning the initial stages of pregnancy. If fertilization and/or implantation does not take place, the system is designed to menstruate, that is the monthly shedding of the uterine lining. In addition, the female reproductive system produces female sex hormones that maintain the reproductive cycle.